Hi guys, today we have a review of Season 2 of Solar Opposites, which is the Hulu original from the creators of Rick and Morty. This is one of the first times I've covered a second season of a show after previously covering the first season on this channel. That just shows that it's coming up to nearly a year. In fact, I think it's like 2 days away as of filming. But before we get into it, let me know what you thought of Season 2 of Solar Opposites, or just the show overall. But anyway, yeah, let's get into it. So as I mentioned, this show is from the creators of Rick and Morty, and the lead character is voiced by Justin Roiland, who also voices Rick and Morty. So there are a lot of things which do feel familiar, and I've said that in my previous review of Season 1. However, this season, although containing those same elements, it kind of tends to steer away from it being just a B-Tech Rick and Morty. It stands on its own as its own show, and it has some really entertaining things, as well as a lot of meta humor. Meta humor which can normally feel a bit forced and over the top. Here it feels very casual and it works really well. I mentioned in my Season 1 review that one of the more interesting things, in fact my favourite thing about this show, is this side plot about these people who have been shrunken down and live in this wall. And that story continues here, and it's a nice continuation where it actually ends on a bit of a cliffhanger, so that'll be interesting to see what they do within Season 3. I loved the movie references in here. It can tend to be over the top in other shows, but it's done in such a normal feeling way, even though these are aliens, that it just works. And just the growth of these characters compared to Season 1, it does really feel like a different show to Rick and Morty this time around, whereas the first season, you could tell there were a lot of elements they were copying. I don't actually have any negatives for this show, but me saying that, you probably think, oh, that means it's a brilliant show. It's a good show. It's nothing too special, but it's good. It does what it aims for well, but it isn't necessarily going to change your life. Especially with only 8 episodes per season, which are 20 minutes long. I find this show short and sweet, and just a good enjoyable time for that day, but then I don't really think about it too much over the other days. So overall, Solar Opposites was a very enjoyable time, although short. It does steer away from those Rick and Morty aspects which I associated with the first season, and it has an interesting side plot continued in this season. Although I couldn't find any negatives, I wouldn't say it was a show which blew me away, especially considering how short it was. I started Season 2 at like 8 AM this morning, finished it a couple of hours later, went on a walk, sat down for a bit, and now I'm recording this. So yeah, it doesn't take up that much time, so it is an enjoyable watch. And for my rating for this season, I'm going to give it a 79%. So you see, it's good, but it's not some of the best quality TV show I've seen. What did you think of this season? Let me know down below. Please like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. If you do want to see my Solar Opposites Season 1 review, I'll leave a clickable card up here, even though the quality of that video compared to this one is going to be a lot worse. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video.